Unspoken answers to unspoken questions. Today we doing a relaxed mood, most especially my panel. My panel that always been showing up for us. Jide, Ade, OBZ. Thank you guys for coming and always being, a supportive person for the platform, and and also the advice. You always show up. Thank you guys. Yeah, thank you. So today we just like I said, it's a chillax way. We want to just run about and talk about what happened last season in the EPL, and my panel would definitely so we just want to talk about last season and the next season that is going to start 4 days, 3 days. So we want to talk about it and everything that has happened, the transfer, the different managers that has been in and out, players in and out. Shout out to Patrick. He's now Strasbourg. French League One. And I'm so happy, so excited. And I know that, he will do well. Arsenal fans.
In the building.
Here we go.
What happened?
What happened to Arsenal?
Last year, right? Last year.
Yeah.
Last
season.
That's a good beginning.
You guys were on top of the league for so many
weeks,
months
even.
I'm not talking about what weeks or months or something. We were on top of there for the whole season. Let's forget about weeks and months and the whole thing there, man. We were there for the longest time. But what happened? It's just this thing though. What is it called? Strength and depth. That's the difference in it. You lose. We didn't have the strength and depth compared to like Man City, and so that was just what
you only had 3 games, and you could had won those three games, City and Southampton.
Yeah, I think apart from, I agree with the strength in depth, but at the same time, I feel like Arsenal for years have had the same issue with consistency. Lack of consistency. You have a good run of games, everyone gets excited, then you start losing a couple of games. The experience in the team, I don't think, was working. I mean, you look at, on one hand, you have Arsenal players saying, we're going to win the league and do everything to win the league and blah, 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 blah. And then you have, like, Haaland saying, we're coming to hunt you. Do you understand what I'm saying? And you look at the players, the performances, and it's like, it's not really... Let's be honest. I'm an Arsenal fan, you're an Arsenal fan, but a lot of the performances were not up to par. Not up to par. Not all the players carried themselves as potential champions. Not a lot of the players have ever experienced being champions or winning anything. So I think that in itself also played, the pressure of it all got to them, and it was just too much to handle at the end of the day. And I feel like the team who wanted it more won it.
I agree with some of that, but I don't agree with the whole experience. I wanted the experience thing. Wanted it more maybe, but not the whole experience thing.
Yeah, I agree.
Chelsea have a whole lot of experience. They didn't do nothing. My night had a whole lot of experience. They didn't do nothing. So
I agree.
No, so but still, I don't think it's the experience. Right? I think it's strength and depth, because literally, we had. Where did we start? Where did the dip start? And the flop.
How can you say it's not experience? I mean, that Chelsea had experienced team, and you're talking about strength in depth. Chelsea has 2 full teams as of last year. I mean, I know they've sold some players now, but as of last year, they still had 22 world-class players, including those they'd sent out on loan, Aubameyang and co. So they did have the strength in depth. It's them coming together and working out.
Who was managing them? Sully. What are you going to get?
Yeah, but
my thing, with the Arsenal thing, I think you guys it was just a mentality thing.
Yeah,
like you had 3 games. Yeah. Obviously you played City, Southampton. What was the one where you was 2-0 up and then?
I think that
was a stretch. It's not just Liverpool, bro. That was Liverpool, West Ham.
I just think it's
a whole lot of it. Like
it's a mentality, experience thing. You don't really need experience because when Leicester won it, they didn't have experience.
Exactly.
No. Hear me out. Experience, but then you say that, but then you look at the players that Leicester had. They may not have won World Cups or whatever, but you had Premiership winners, whether it's Championship winners, FA Cup winners, blah, blah, blah. A lot of these people in our team haven't really won much. And then when you look at the hunger that these players have, it's different. You look at, it's like something we were saying before, you look at Jesus. You understand what I'm saying? When Jesus came in, I was like, yeah, good player. And then when you now see him on the pitch, I was like, wow, his movement, his anticipation of where the ball could be. You don't have that with the other players who haven't played at the level Jesus has played. You understand what I'm saying? Leicester had Drinkwater. Leicester had Vardy. He might not be the world star player. He might not be your Xavi or your Iniesta or your Vieira or whoever it is, but he has the experience. He's been there. He's been on the tough ends of where, you're 10 minutes in, you're 5 minutes before the end of the game, and you're holding on to a 2-1 lead. You understand? Or 2-0 lead or 1-0 lead, and you know, okay, you have to dig deep. A lot of these players, you're winning 2-0, or you're winning, or it's last 5 minutes, and you're doing long balls and trying to do this. Come on, the experience will tell you. You know what? Hold the ball up. Let's play smart. You want to compare Vardy to, with respect to everyone, Vardy to Nketiah, his experience. Vardy to Martinelli.
No, but
Ahmed Musa, that's now in.
Listen,
come on.
Listen. That is not experience. Do you understand? That is still ability and quality. Vardy for the longest time. Vardy for the longest time. You could have fitted into anyone's team and still performed. For him to perform in Leicester, he could have fit into any team and still performed. He would have scored goals in any team you put him in.
But you guys won FA.
That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. Like, because the moment
it's still the same players.
Who the thing went out? Who are the players that hurt us that went out? Jesus. But when Jesus went out, Nketiah was still scoring.
Yeah.
Was still winning games.
Yeah.
What really hurt us was Saliba. We started leaking.
I'll let you finish.
So that's for me. I'm not.
Alright.
But yeah.
I've got 4
United fan.
I personally think, that last season was good for Arsenal. But when you look at it properly, I think that first half of the season gassed you guys too much. Yeah. But if you look at the second half, of the season, and you compare it to all of the seasons Arteta's been there, the second half of the season is basically how it's been all the 3-4 years.
Exactly.
So really and truly, that first half of the season, I don't know, it was a purple patch maybe. Like the jury, for me personally, the jury's still out on Arteta and those group of players. I mean, you've done well with the signings that you've got. But in terms of last year, it was a weird year because remember you had the World Cup in the middle of the season, and it was almost like 2 halves. You had before, I remember all the Arsenal fans were saying, this is going to be a great year, the most points by Christmas. Was it like 50 points? I mean, that was great, but it's like I already knew what was coming in the second half of the season, and any team, if it was Arsenal against any other team, maybe that would have been your year. But Man City, when it comes to winning 14, 15 games in a row, there's no better team.
Yeah.
So I don't know. This year, I think there's going to be a lot of pressure on Arteta.
Yeah. For me,
because of the money spent.
I think Ade came around and we did a podcast, and by that time, he was still saying, "No, you only need to win your games, and then the season is finished." But I knew that, look, you only need a draw with City at home, whatever you want to do. But 6 points, that gave, you know, well, for me, it was.
No, but let's look at it from the start of the season. What gave Arsenal a chance?
No one.
Even when we went up to what everyone said, wait till the World Cup. The moment the World Cup come and that goes, they're done. But they were not done. And literally at every huddle that was placed in front of them, they went past it.
To a certain point, yeah.
Yeah. They went. Even no. Let's even look at Arsenal general, right? In where they normally dip. Do you understand? Where they start well in March or January.
March, April, May.
Do you understand? That didn't happen this time.
It did.
No.
It did. I think I think you lot had like a game. I think it was against Everton, and it was 0-0. And then I was thinking, here we go. But then you lot scored the winner. And I was like, okay, maybe this could be Arsenal's year. But then you lot did that madness against the 3-4 games.
Yeah.
Then I was just like,
that was like.
No, but
that was closer towards the end.
But
of the season.
That makes it worse.
That's what I'm saying. No. But what I'm saying is, like, if you're talking in terms of like mentality and all that, I think like their mentality is not the same. You can't really say that. You can't really say that.
Because they stayed till April rather than March.
Boy, it's still, it doesn't matter how you want to put it. Nah. You can't say the mentality is the same. Because they did it for longer. They held it up for longer.
I don't know. I think they surprised a lot more people last season.
Yeah.
But in the end, it was the same result. This is what I say. This is what I always say to my Arsenal fans, yeah. Like, in 20 years' time, no one's going to care that, you know, Arsenal pushed City all the way.
Oh, most definitely not.
All we're going to care about is that City won the title.
Yeah. Exactly.
So it's
the same thing.
That's what I'm saying. I'm just saying that 1 year, eventually, Arsenal going to have to win it if they want to be seen as a great team. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, but like, I don't understand. Like, I don't understand. I don't get this, bro. But
that's Arsenal anyway. But United had, well, maybe not to win, but they had their own chances as well.
Of what?
Well, top 4.
United.
That's what I don't get. Like,
sorry, are we still talking about last season?
Yeah, we're still talking about last season.
Wait. Let him land, man. I'm
confused.
We was top. I think Arsenal. We was 2 points behind them at one point.
Yeah.
And maybe Arsenal had a game in hand, or we had a game in hand, and we did well. No one was expecting us to be in the mix at Christmas. You guys are looking at me as a couple.
No. I'm listening.
I'm still trying to wait for where like. Might not like because I can't remember a point where you guys were in the play for the title at all.
No, by Christmas.
I'm still waiting for
Christmas, yeah.
By Christmas, yeah, we was in the mix, yeah.
And you guys were like what? Maybe like what? 2 games ahead of everyone else, or 3 games like?
No, I think we played less. Or Arsenal had a game in hand or something. But either way, comparing it to the season before, where we finished outside the top 4.
Arsenal had more games in hand, yeah.
Yeah, we're comparing it to the season before where we finished outside top 4 and Solskjaer got sacked and we had a Ranić. Nobody was expecting that from United. So for us to be in the mix up until Christmas, I would say that's progress. But obviously, after the World Cup, that's when like form came in and we messed up and we finished third, didn't it?
So for you guys,
still came back though.
So for you guys, it wasn't a mentality thing, it was a form thing.
I would say it's a form thing, but there was no expectancy. There was no expectancy. Like if anyone said,
what was the expectancy for Arsenal? There wasn't none. Literally. Nobody even thought we're gonna make it in the top 4.
Top 4, yes.
No.
Wait, where did you finish before that?
When we 5th, no? Or was it? Yeah.
I think it was 5th.
There was no one pundit in football professionally that gave Arsenal a chance of getting into the top 4.
But what you're saying is what I said before though. Like the first half of the season last year, I hold my hands up. But the second half fits the type. So what gives you the confidence that you lot are now, title challengers? Is it because of the money you spent?
No. Listen, let's not get into that one.
The thing is, personally, I feel like Arsenal were doing well and were doing well during the period of time where there was a mixture. I get the whole planning for the future and all that kind of stuff, but I feel like when you had the likes, like when Ramsey came onto the scene, I'm sorry, not Ramsey, Ramsey or Wilshere came onto the scene, and you had like mature players around them. Yeah. You understand me? When you had, you brought, Bentner came onto the thing, but you had like Henry, in the vicinity who could be like, give him some little heads up. You had Patrick Vieira on. You had Gilberto Silva. When you have like a young player like Wilshere or I forgot the other guy, Danielson, you have those kind of players, and then you have like Patrick Vieira, you have Bergkamp and those kind of players still around in the mix, even though they were towards the latter stages of their careers, but passing on that knowledge, being on the pitch with them, being able to help them and like give them little pointers and stuff. I mean, there was a clip a couple of days ago I saw on Instagram where Tony Cruz has sent a through ball through to Vincenus, you understand? And Bellingham is just there like, as soon as he kicks the ball, he's like, because you can see that quality, and that's something that Bellingham's going to learn. You understand what I'm saying? When you had that point in time where Arsenal were like, okay, you have a mixture of old and young who can like help each other sort of thing, we were doing well. Right now we're planning for the future, but then you have a load of people, kids, young people who are growing up, who are learning, who have the quality, but don't, for my personal opinion, have the experience, don't exactly know, okay, it's 80-something minutes. This is how you should react. You're 2 goals down or you're 2 goals up. How do you react? How do you compose yourself? What do you do? Right now, it's kind of like eeny, meeny, miny, mo. And it's like you said, we had a great first half. Then the second half is like, yeah. You know what I mean? For me, as much as I love Arsenal, it's like end of February, March, April, May. I'm just like, God, please do something, because it's been the same thing over and over. It's like that period of time, it's like something happens, I don't know, but
I just think personally, that you see this year, especially because I predicted it in the last podcast, that for predictions for last season, I said Arteta will get sacked here. Maybe I was a year too early, but I think because you lot spent nearly 200 million,
yeah.
Obviously, when United played Arsenal in America pre-season, I don't know if you lot saw the clips, but you guys were fighting each other in the stands. Yeah. So I'm saying, if you lot, Arsenal fans. No, even when I first heard it, I thought, United fans against Arsenal fans. But then 2 days later, I looked at it properly. It was actually Arsenal fans fighting Arsenal fans. Yeah. In my head, I was thinking, you guys can get really toxic. Mm-hmm. So if the results are bad to start off with, after you guys have spent 200 mil. That's a lot of pressure, and I don't know if maybe Arteta's last season can, give him a bit of grace.
Before I put the next question, is Rice good for Arsenal?
Let the Arsenal fans answer.
You said it before. I'm divided. Like I don't think it was worth that amount, but
I said it before. I think he will do good. I'm not sure what Arteta's mindset is with having Rice and Partey and Odegaard.
Yeah,
it's a lot, and then still play 3 attackers. You know what I mean? I don't understand what the thinking is there, but I mean, at one point Partey was apparently meant to be going to Saudi, but then I don't know what's going on with that anymore. But I think it could work out. But at the end of the day, I think Arsenal's biggest issue is, even though now we do have quite a lot of experience in the midfield, striking options are still, in my opinion, needs to be worked on. But I think Rice can and will. He obviously has the quality. It's whether or not he can fit into the game. You know what I mean? If Arteta can work his magic, and do you know what I mean? But it's only time will tell.
See, my thing is, obviously, in terms of the price, he can't do anything about the price, and
price is ridiculous.
You're worth what the team's willing to pay for you. But the thing with Rice is, like, when you think about what they had already, so you guys already said Partey, does he really improve in terms of what Partey could offer?
No.
Not really. But then you could say that he adds, strength and depth in terms of rotation. You guys will have to deal with another title challenge, and then you've got the Champions League campaign to deal with as well. So in that aspect, that's good. But in terms of what he can do, like, he's good, don't get me wrong. But again, at that kind of level, he's untested. Yeah. Obviously, they won the Europa Conference League with West Ham, but that's not comparable to title challenges or Champions League kind of thing. Yeah. I don't know. Like, I don't think it will be the case, but it could be another Maguire at Man United. You know, English. No, you guys laugh. You guys laugh, but
That's
okay.
true. It's true.
You
It's
guys
true.
laugh, but
No, listen, I'm not actually laughing, but that's depressing, bro.
It could
No,
be.
you can't say that like Maguire.
He's hyped, you know. He's got a bit of a buzz. He came off a good season. Arsenal, I would say they're overpaid, but you know,
Definitely.
105 million. I
agree.
wouldn't pay 105 million.
I agree.
But it's not my money. But obviously, with him, he's a defensive mid, so
No, but he's supposed to be a versatile player. He's not
supposed to be.
He's supposed to.
Supposed to be
He's supposed to be
versatile.
up front as well.
Supposed to be. And not, come on.
He's versatile, but primarily he's going to play defensive mid.
No.
As a defensive mid, there's only so much you can do. But because of the 105 million, the press, the fans are going to be expecting him to be scoring a hat trick
that's what I want.
every week.
Yeah.
But that's not. Pogba had the same problem,
Yeah.
but it's just not feasible. You're a midfielder. His values are going to be stuff that are unseen. He will probably make the pass before the assist, but it doesn't get recorded. It takes someone who's knowledgeable in football to understand what he brings to the team. I don't know if he'll bring enough to justify 105 million. That's all I'm saying.
I don't think he's gonna. I don't think he's gonna bring enough to justify 105 million. But he needs to bring something close to that, man. Boy. But for now, listen. For me, I support that. I don't think it's worth 100. I don't think it's worth that much. Do you understand? I don't think at all it's worth that much. But he needs to bring something, man.
Passing ability.
Yeah.
Passing ability is not something I attribute to Declan Rice.
To Declan Rice, yeah.
So that's something he's going to have to showcase. And
Exactly.
prove. But
Exactly.
again, we'll have only this season will show if he's good enough, you know. So
Okay. Unspoken answers, unspoken questions.
This guy just spoke my
Guys are
talking about Maguire.
just not lying.
I'm sorry.
My guy talking about Maguire and thing like, no way.
Maguire, he's upset, man.
No. It's not that deep though, but still, he must
Alright.
not know.
It's that deep. It's
The
that
bookies
deep.
are saying, okay, City will still be there, winning it.
Hopefully not.
Winning it.
Cause they lose the middle, eh?
Yeah, but United and no, Chelsea like fifth and thereabout. Yes.
Fifth.
But what's
That's a
your
bit optimistic.
what's your
Fifth
what's
for
your
Chelsea, I
only-
think, is a bit optimistic.
Huh?
Fifth for Chelsea, I think, is a bit optimistic. I think they're still in the
They say you guys
rebuilding
need to
process.
come out of that relegation zone. They're moving to
Nah,
top 10.
I think they're still in a real. They have a strong team. How the manager will make it work is what I'm yet to see.
I think they have a better manager now, so I think they'll do better.
Yeah.
That's Chelsea.
But they still have a massive team.
I think for Chelsea, like when you look at them historically, they've always had like one random season in them. So I'm even thinking. Remember when Mourinho got sacked the second time? That year, I think they finished 12th, innit?
Yeah.
But then I think even that year, when they got the replacement, Di Matteo, they won the Champions League. That
yeah.
year. So they've always had that random season in them. I think this year, Pochettino is a way better manager than who did they have? Frank Lampard and
You kind of remember that.
yeah, all of them.
Porter.
You can't remember. You're a Chelsea fan. Look, see,
So I think he's a way.
he was that bad.
He's a way better manager than what they had. He's a way better manager than what they had. And then when you can consider the fact that I don't think they're just playing one game a week.
Yeah.
They don't have no Europe to contend with. Pochettino, it looks like they're getting a lot of young players. I think they're still out in midfield. We were saying they're still trying to get Casido, innit?
Yeah.
But I think
But the thing is, if you look at the team, sorry to cut you off. If you look at the team, it's a lot of people.
It's a lot
I
of
mean,
people.
the midfield. If let's say they're playing a 4-3-3, they have so many players in midfield right now. So many attacking players, aside from strikers. Attacking midfielders, they have, and I was just saying, news thingy, 20 million for the US 20-year-old midfielder.
Oh yeah, from Leeds. Yeah.
How many players do you want to buy? Like, and that's what I'm saying to you. Is like, yes, they might be just the one-off season they've had, but then it's like, with that amount of players, Pochettino is obviously a good manager. You understand? But then, does he have what it takes to get the best out of that size of a squad?
Yeah, it's still the unknown.
Yeah, exactly.
We'll see. I think they won't win the title, of course, because obviously they finished 12th, so 12th to first. It's a bit mad.
I think he needs to get in there and just like
But yeah,
shed the dead weight.
they'll be there or
He needs to
thereabouts.
shed the dead weight.
Newcastle.
I think people should allow. I think football needs to go back to a time where managers were allowed to dictate what players they wanted.
What?
Because now it just seems like you have a board of directors and I don't know what their players.
Playing FIFA and looking at stats. And
Yeah, exactly. You have, I don't know what their
Real life football manager, isn't it?
yeah, I don't know what the name of that position that they have, technical director, whatever it is, and they're just spending. It's like, what are you trying to achieve? It's like, okay, yeah, we have an open checkbook, spend.
So
Yeah.
Newcastle, yeah?
Yeah, exactly.
Newcastle, I would say,
Premiership winners, yeah.
nah. Obviously, if you lot are betting guys, put some money and they'll get good odds. But I think, yeah, they've got Champions League to contend with this year as well. They haven't really, they've added one or two players. Tonali from AC.
AC, yeah, he's a decent player.
But I think they got a couple cheap players from, not cheap, but is it Everton.
I think those are just squad players.
Just squad players. So I don't know if they can really handle the Champions League and another top 4 qualification. So maybe they may drop. But it depends on like Liverpool and Chelsea what they
Liverpool.
do. Yeah, I was saying this before we came on the area, but I think Liverpool, they can't have as bad of a season they had last year. So again, 4th or 5th, thereabouts.
4th or 5th.
Yeah, I think for me, my prediction is the top 4 will be the same as last year, minus Newcastle, and swap them with Liverpool. Ooh. Sorry.
Sorry.
Unspoken answers.
Chelsea ain't even there.
Yeah. Well, you know, this season, obviously, you know, anyone that wins the top 4, that and is accurate, now definitely a shirt. We'll be giving one shirt.
Jeez, competition and that. Okay.
You didn't tell me that before. You know? Let me change it. I'm joking. Nah, I think, yeah, that's my prediction, yeah.
And Adi, you?
Me?
Yeah.
Listen,
Top 4.
unfortunately, I'm not going to listen to these guys. I don't think logically, so I'm going to go Arsenal at the top.
You never asked for order. You just said top 4. You
Top
know?
4.
See, Arsenal fans, this is what they do.
But if it's just if it's just top 4, if it's just people that's gonna be in the top 4. Yeah, man. I think I'm gonna go. Listen, I can't stop that shit. But no, I'm gonna go with what you said though. I think that sounds like this thing. I don't know where Chelsea's gonna go, but I think Chelsea's gonna be 5th. But Chelsea's just gonna be around there. I don't think Chelsea's gonna do as bad as they did last season. Definitely not. I think they're gonna be around there. They're gonna be 5th, 4th. They're gonna be there.
I agree with Obi's predictions, but I would swap Liverpool with Chelsea. Liverpool have had the history, and you never walk alone and whatnot. But they've made. There's been as much as everyone's opinions might be divided over the loss of Mane, the loss of Firmino, Henderson. Those are major. I mean, you have Henderson, who's over a decade, I think he was in Liverpool.
Yeah.
You have Mane, who, come on, it's Mane. Firmino, no, but I'm saying like Henderson.
Yeah, I get that.
He's personally, I don't think Henderson's the most technically gifted, but positionally, you understand. And as a person, I think there's matches I've watched and you hear him yelling at people like, "Yo, bro, get in that position." The work rate, exactly. He brings that to the team. Firmino, I mean, come on, left foot, right foot, no look, he's there. You know what I mean, assists, he's there. Sadio Mane is doing Sadio Mane things. So I feel like they've lost some vital players, and whether Nunes can fill those boots is another thing. So that's why I think.
You think he can, yeah?
I think he can. And then what you got to remember is before last year, Jota got injured, didn't it? But the year before, he was on fire.
Yeah.
So yeah, he'll come back, and then they've got Gakpo as well. He's still adjusting.
Every time he plays Arsenal, he scores, isn't it?
So I think they got good attackers. What they don't really have is midfielders to replace what they've lost, isn't it?
Midfield and defence.
And defence, isn't it? So yeah, defence.
Over reliance on Van Dijk.
So obviously, I think towards the end of last year, they put Trent in midfield. So I don't know if they'll still continue to do that or what. But yeah, I might actually agree with him in terms of the Liverpool and Chelsea. Only because Chelsea will have no Europe. Liverpool do have Europe. Yeah. So that could be taxing on their squad. So.
And that's what I say.
That's what I say. The thing will be
the players that have left, the players that are coming. You just told us.
I think I'm going to wake up at some point this week, and Real Madrid would have bought I don't even know how to say his name, the Juventus striker guy that Arsenal wanted to get a couple of years back.
Really?
Yeah, he's an alternative to Mbappe, and much cheaper alternative to Mbappe. I think God willing, by Wednesday, Thursday, that deal would have gone through, leaving Mbappe in a limbo, and Arteta would sweep in, and then we'll take Mbappe.
Amen to that.
Mbappe. So Arsenal. Look, I'm just talking about Nketiah, you know?
No, that's
talking about.
No, it's not a prayer. No.
That sounded like one serious prayer point, you know?
He's talking about Arteta.
Yeah.
Being fitting into as a manager. Yeah. How to deal with Declan Rice.
Talking
about
okay.
now
Mbappe.
Do you okay?
No,
Okay.
It's a loan for one
Let's
season,
let's take it back a few years. You remember the time where you had like Patrick Vieira, Bergkamp playing in midfield, and you had Henry. No. Hear me out, please.
Disciplined players.
Okay, hear me out. No, you had Bergkamp, Vieira in midfield, and you had Henry up front. You understand? Young Cesc Fabregas just coming into the scene. The assists were nice. You understand what I'm saying? Now you imagine, yeah, whether you call it a prayer or not, you mean each to his own, but you now imagine you have Odegaard, Saka, you mean Mbappe, Martinelli. It's serious.
It's a wrap. It's a wrap.
It's a wrap. What's a dream? How is that a dream?
It's a dream still.
It's a wrap. Listen.
Okay, hold on. You say it's a dream. Haaland took a picture, when he was 7, 8 years old in the Man City shirt, right? His dream was to one day play for Man City and win something.
What?
Did Haaland not just accomplish that dream?
But can I?
Yes or no, please. Did Haaland not just?
But there was bare connections though. His dad played for the club. Where's the connection between Mbappe and?
No. But Mbappe is French. He's French. One, he's French. Two, he actually. Arsenal would be his preferred team. That's a team that he loves. He said it. Yeah. So why? It's not a dream. Anything can happen. Wow. You know what I mean?
I don't think it's.
I mean, it's a season-long loan.
You look at. We don't need. You look at it right now. We're talking about Jesus and whatnot. A couple years ago, Jesus was painting streets in Brazil. You know what I mean? Now look at him.
Yeah.
So anything can happen. Why can't Mbappe wear an Arsenal top? Why can't Mbappe?
Season wrap.
Because you couldn't afford his wages. That's why.
Come on.
Don't worry, man.
Arsenal.
Don't worry. We can't.
We don't afford Mbappe's wages.
Don't worry, man. We don't need a sub. We'll sell the whole sub.
No.
They got money, you know.
The thing is, everyone, people forget. A lot of people forget that apart from the fact that
Arsenal ain't broke, you know.
You have to remember,
No,
Arsenal are very tight. People say, "Oh, Arsenal spent 200 million this year." When has Arsenal ever spent 200 million in a season?
Never.
We have the money, we just don't spend it. So, you're trying to tell me, let's say you and us, you are Kroenke family,
yeah,
and Mbappe is available. Yeah. You won't make the funds available to get Mbappe, knowing what he, minus his skill and everything he
would I make it available? Yeah,
you make it available, but because you know you're going to get the money back.
Definitely.
And on the pitch, thank you.
My brother,
merchandise.
that 1 year session.
How is that?
Why do you think Real Madrid got Beckham?
I don't see.
Okay, so if later on today now you get a news report on your phone or whatever saying, Man United table bid for Mbappe.
But that one's more reasonable though. in terms of look at history, yeah. Of
Man United can afford him.
We can afford him now.
Okay.
Yes, but definitely Arsenal can also afford them.
Think of it like this: if he was available on the market, to buy,
he's available.
Okay,
to buy.
He's available.
He's available now because PSG.
He's on his last.
PSG put him on transfer list.
Okay.
They want him to go in
his last year.
But if he was available, what clubs could afford him with a transfer fee as well as paying the wages?
Yeah, but then
he's 1 year left on his contract.
I get
no
that.
one's going to buy him for that amount.
I get that, but I'm just saying, if he was available, all things.
Yeah, but the thing is, 150 mil for Mbappe, which is the base price for him.
150
mil we can afford. his salary we can afford. Arsenal's been tight for years, so we got money.
Who's your highest earning player? Saka?
No, I can't.
It's between Saka and Odegaard.
How much is that roughly? Like, what, 350 or something?
350, 400, yeah.
I just don't see it personally, bro. And then when you think of it like this, where's he even going to play? Up front?
But
on
you
the
have,
left?
but you have
That's
to
my way he's playing.
He doesn't. But okay, you say
Listen.
that, but then you have to also remember. Okay, wages, transfer, all of that. It's light work because at the end of the day, being how Arsenal have always been and not spent that much money,
they'll pay that money
will
for the
have
next
the
20
money.
years.
No, it's not even about. It's not about 20 minutes. You know how Arsenal fans are.
Yeah.
Easily, I'll say in England or in London, we are the most passionate fans. You understand? Now, you get an Mbappe, JD Sports, Arsenal shop, all of the stores
sold out shirts, bro.
sold out shirts.
Everybody's
Arsenal are
buying a shirt.
making their money back.
I agree, but I just don't see him going there. Like, yeah.
Okay, that's what I'm going.
No. The question was predictions on transfers.
Okay, that's
that's my prediction on transfers.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
And I'm
We're gonna
saying
get
amen to that.
Mbappe's coming. Mbappe's
It's a Sunday
coming
as well,
in,
people.
and it's Sunday exactly. My guy, God bless you. I mean, you got Mbappe coming in. You got Raya coming in from thingy as a backup deputy goalkeeper. We're nice. Leave it. You know what I mean?
Let's talk about this, the impact of the Saudi impact to the EPL.
It's not just the EPL.
I give them 2 years.
It's the world. No, it's not 2 years. This is what happens when you try and tell somebody who's bigger than you not to do what they can do. Saudi came and said, we want a Super League. Yeah? Biggest teams, biggest players, etc., etc. All these fines and da came through. Now, if you look at all the teams who were involved in the planning of this Super League, a lot of them have Saudi backing. Now, you guys have said no. Teams have been sanctioned and whatnot. Cool. Saudi said, okay, cool. You don't want us to create a Super League. We're going to turn our league into a Super League. They have the money and the finances.
That's what I said.
You understand what I'm saying? So
the Premiership ain't going to be the same.
you understand what I'm saying? So they will get their Super League, but it's going to be in their country.
Definitely.
They wanted something that's going to benefit the greater audience. You said no. They're saying, okay, fine. We have the money, we have the facilities, the capacity to do it, and that's what they're doing.
It's no longer. It's
a thing that's going. It's not just a Premiership because as we're looking at it from a Premiership, it's all the leagues all around the world. They're taking everyone they can, and that's what they're going to keep doing.
back in the back in the day when America did their one, right? When America did their push to put their league up, it was retired players.
Yeah.
People that are out there, the people that have this thing gone past the sell by date, and they're coming off the shelf.
Yeah.
They bring them there.
Yeah.
But this ones, they ain't doing that. They're taking young guys.
Yeah.
They took Liverpool captain.
You mean?
That's unheard of, man.
They're taking young guys.
But he's retiring though.
But Liverpool captain though, like that's unheard of. Like
They're taking young.
if it was any other club,
Back in the day, he would have retired in Liverpool.
yeah.
Look at Jared. Listen, when Jared wanted to retire, he got offers from America as well, but he didn't go.
So you're saying now
Listen.
that UEFA has competition?
Most deaf. Look at this. Look at Mane. How old is Mane?
Sorry, competition where? Sorry, respectfully, what's the valuation or what's the valuation of UEFA? What's the valuation of FIFA? You want to compare that to the valuation or the money of Saudi Arabia? It's not competition.
No, but I think he's saying in terms of like interest and stuff.
Yeah,
Obviously, like okay, cool. We all know that the players are going to the Saudi leagues, yeah. But have you tuned into a Saudi game?
No. That's what I'm saying. It's not now, but what I'm saying is, that's why I said give them 2 years.
Okay, cool. Maybe.
Give them 2 years. In 2 years' time, they will have enough big name players that everybody will have to tune in.
No, but two years for everyone to tune in. What you have to remember is it's happening now. It's happening now. They are saying to Henderson, I don't know, you're earning 300,000 or whatever it is at Liverpool. Come here, we're going to pay you just under 700,000 for a player that's past his 30s. You are not getting that in Europe.
Definitely
No,
not.
but what are you talking about? Interest from the casual fan, like people tuning into it.
Well, both. You know, global football anyway.
Global football, you're going to have to start tuning in.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying,
I saw a clip the other day, and it was, I think, I didn't even realize that Mane, Firmino are on the same team.
Yeah, but the quality.
You understand what I'm saying?
The quality is
But-
gonna.
and
The quality in
money
the
that
Premiership,
the money that
the
they're
quality
paying
in
to them,
Europe is gonna drop. Because
course,
all the top guys are gonna end up going.
Yeah, so it's that's why I say
Because, guys,
for me,
about
it's not competition. It's
money,
not a competition.
Money talks.
Money talk.
Can I ask a question though?
Yeah.
Would it be fair to say that Ronaldo started the trend? Because when Ronaldo went, everyone was saying, going for the money, how could he talk
I wouldn't say
about
I wouldn't say Ronaldo. I guess in a way he did, but in a way he didn't. I think it was something that was going to happen
Regardless
anyway.
of Ronaldo.
They just needed someone as a figurehead, like, oh yeah, we got Ronaldo.
Yeah,
You know what I mean? So technically, you can say that
did
Ronaldo
that with-
done it first,
with,
but then at the
David
same
Beckham.
time, it's like okay.
in America?
Yeah. Don't forget, they did that with
exactly.
David Beckham.
David Beckham in America. Good point.
That's what I'm saying. Like Beckham, who think what's it called? Real Madrid did that with Beckham. They brought him and his shirt sales paid for his transfer.
Carlos Vela, Zlatan Ibrahimovic. They've done it in America, so now Saudi Arabia are doing it. And
Saudi's got like they can actually get like, people
Anyone.
in their prime.
Yes.
You know when I knew it was crazy is when that club bid for Mbappe for a year.
Yeah.
And they even gave they said you can go to Real Madrid after Mbappe.
in his clause,
Yeah.
Real Madrid release clause.
That's crazy. Like from a business point of view,
£1 billion.
it doesn't even make sense.
But it does.
It doesn't make sense if you're thinking about it from a UEFA type perspective.
Yeah.
But when you're talking about people who have
It's a drop in the ocean.
trillions,
For them.
Yeah.
you know what I mean?
So-
billion is nothing.
So now there's no gonna be moral or ethics about finances.
Hello, uncle.
Hold on, sorry. Moral or ethics in
because,
football? Hold on, sorry.
The football will fine. People will now switch. Yeah. But there's not. Okay, for me, even football. I think the last podcast we said we talked about that the older generation. Yeah, when you watching football, it's different. You know, you be happy. You know, but right now.
The ethics, the morals and stuff you're talking about regarding football and playing football and the team you choose and stuff like that left years ago. Once all the thing is football
Nobody
went from
can stop Saudi.
nobody can stop any country, any group who has money.
No way.
In the world that we in the what is FIFA? FIFA is a title, it's a name.
They will leave themselves.
You understand
the
what I'm saying?
organization,
Nah,
the
but
amount
I feel-
of corruption they got going on.
Like,
Listen,
you know, there was a couple years back, China tried to do the same thing, but their one flopped for some reason. I don't know why.
Exactly. I remember.
China's
But
one.
they have money.
China's.
They have money. They had money, but not to this extent.
I remember they got
China's-
that Oscar, remember?
Oscar,
Chelsea,
they got
and
Xavi.
They were paying him like something
Yeah,
crazy.
They got
Wait,
Pato. They got Pato, Mikel.
But then I heard that they started putting a cap on the salaries that they earn. And
Yeah,
then
because tax wise in their country, the way the tax and things are worked over there is very different from the rest of the world. Now you have to remember that that part of the world,
tax, innit?
Tax free, boy.
that part of the world
You're getting that money 100%.
in China, that part of the world, the way they make most of their money is exports. So they're creating that thing I'm not going to mention, but that stuff and other little bits and pieces they make and ship out. Now you've got these people coming in. And it's something that's affected them economically because they've had this law for so long where you can only have one child. Now companies are closing down because there's no staff. You know what I mean? And a lot of the young people are flying out because of various reasons. That's why that didn't work there. You've now got a country where, one, there's no tax.
Yeah,
Two, they're paying you 3, 4, 5, 6 times what any of the other things. I mean, even you yourself. I mean, I don't know what your finances are right now, but you get a call tomorrow from Saudi Arabia saying, okay, we're gonna give you 100,000 a month. You understand what I'm saying? To do whatever it is you're doing now, we're gonna give you 100,000. We're gonna give you 100,000 a month.
yeah, Heathrow, man.
You understand what I'm saying?
Heathrow.
You're gonna go. So Saudi Arabia right now doesn't have anyone to compete with them,
Wow.
and they are going to carry on buying and giving money because at the end of the day, this money is nothing to them.
I hear that, but okay, for someone like what's his name, Mbappe, yeah, like if you care about like football and if you care about like your legacy, yeah, do you think going to a league or a country like that and playing there for a few seasons will like disrupt or have a negative impact on his legacy.
Someone like Mbappe could go there, make, I think it was just under 2 billion they were offering for the year with his Real Madrid release clause. So just under 2 billion he would make for that 1 year, still go to thingy, and with his quality he would still make it to the French squad.
That's cool.
There are a lot of other players who are going to Saudi Arabia right now just for the money, and they know they are not, in regard, it's like Henderson. Apparently, whether or not it's true, I don't know, but it was on Sky Sports News. Southgate is going to have a meeting with him in regards to why did you go to there, like quality of play and stuff like that, kind of a thing. So it will affect some players. Other players don't care. A lot of, especially the players who are in the ending part of their life. You think Sadio Mane cares that he's making 700,000 a week?
Obviously, those ones are close to retirement. I'm talking about up and coming. Mbappe was the wrong person because, like you said, he could play anywhere, and France is still going to pick him, and he's going to play for the World Cup. But I'm talking about like your up and coming players, isn't it?
The thing is,
this is what I said,
you look at it. You look at it. Yeah, a lot of, if you look at the Premiership, for example, a lot of the players when you're in the Premiership or French, German, whatever league, you're looking at domestic leagues, World Cups, etc., etc. You're looking at winning the Ballon d'Or and things like that. Those are the goals and things that you look for. But then when you now look at the Ballon d'Or, who's won it for the last couple of years? It's been like 3 names in the last 15 years or something like that.
True.
You understand what I'm saying? So automatically you think Ballon d'Or, cool. Champions League, football, you know what I mean? And then if you're, let's say you're playing for Mahrez, you've won everything you can win domestically. Trebles, the whole shebang, you've done it. You understand me? Now, Mahrez could go into Arsenal, Chelsea, Liverpool, any of these teams and still win another Champions League, still win. But why do that when these people are saying we're going to quadruple your wages, which is going to sort you, your kids out for the rest of your life?
With me, Mahrez,
that's what it is right now. It's money.
Mahrez can't add to his legacy already. He's won 4 titles with City as well as Leicester.
So now you need money.
Now he needs money.
Yeah.
Mahrez is different. I'm talking about like the up and coming players.
They need money too.
Even if you said 2 years,
you're trying to tell
I'll give
me,
you something.
as a Man U supporter, you're trying to tell me if one of them teams in Saudi Arabia come in and say, okay, Sancho, we're going to give you 500,000 a week. You think Sancho's not going? And he's an up and coming.
He would think about it.
500,000.
I don't know if it would go.
Nah, look,
A week, 2 million a month, tax free. 2 million,
I'll give you
tax
this.
free.
I don't know.
48 million a year,
I don't know if it would go.
tax free.
I'll give you this.
He's smiling.
Dad, I'll give you this, yeah. Football is what happens. What happens when you get injured?
They still get paid, innit?
Yeah, but what happens when you get injured though?
What do you mean? Like,
You can get a serious injury and then you can be out.
yeah,
And then what happens? They'll cancel your contract, though. They'll pay you a little bit off and then it's done.
money is good. I'm not disputing that, but I'm talking about in terms of there would be a time where like there'd be certain leagues that would be a no-go. It would be like the top England, Italy, France, and Germany. Yeah. Anything outside of that, nobody's going there.
People go to Turkey, people go to other, but I get what you're saying.
Yeah. I'm just saying, don't let the money like detract from that. Okay,
That's what I'm saying. 2 years, bro.
But the money is the goal.
The money is some people
For a lot of them.
for some
Nah,
people, money is the goal, innit? But some people just want a good career and create a legacy.
After they got the money, don't get it
All
twisted.
right,
True. That's a good point. Yeah.
in your friendship circle or whatever it might be, group chats or whatever, put up a message after this podcast.
Yeah.
What would you do if Saudi Arabia?
We're gonna be in the relegation battle.
Chelsea.
It's Chelsea, boy.
I just winded him up because
If that happens, boy,
no, I just winded him up. Nah, because last season though, they
I'll
were
say
there though.
West Ham
West Ham. They haven't really added.
relegation though. Oof, that's a
I
title.
think usually it's the 3 teams that have gone up, innit? But one always does well.
One always does well, yeah.
But I think this
Luton.
Last season,
Luton are going down still.
Are you serious?
last
I don't know, I
season,
want him to
Yeah,
do well.
Last season
Luton
wasn't-
will go back. I think what's his face? It's Burnley.
Oh, Burnley are back up. Yeah,
Burnley are back up.
Company, innit?
Company,
Yeah.
yeah. Burnley will stay. Burnley will struggle, but will stay if they can get the right people in.
The kind of football they were playing in the championship. I think they smashed all the records last year.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm looking forward to seeing them, but I don't know if that would translate well in the Prem.
It's
kettle of fish, innit?
It is, but I mean, Burnley have obviously been in the Premiership before, and so they should know what they're coming against. So I feel like
and
they
he's
should.
been there as well.
He's been there as
Yeah,
well.
true.
I mean, and he'll have obviously connections and stuff, so I'm sure he can get a little sneaky loan deal here and there for a few young players. But I think Burnley will do well. Luton, boy.
Yeah.
Boy.
I don't know who kind of like Leeds survived.
Leeds are gone.
Oh, Leeds are gone.
I think they're gone, yeah. Leeds are gone, aren't they?
Oh yeah, they're gone. Maybe Everton, isn't it? It's Everton that survived. Yeah. Sean died. Sheffield.
Yeah. About Sheffield.
Sheffield are one of those teams. Sheffield, I feel, are like a modern day Stoke. You know what I mean? Like, you remember back in the day, we used to like pound teams, and then we get to Stoke, and then it's just always a problem with Stoke. I think Sheffield are one of those teams like
89 minutes of defending.
Exactly.
There's always that team that's always difficult to play against.
Yeah, I think Sheffield. I think that would be a Sheffield, but then you just
they'll kick you.
And the bookies are saying battle.
Yeah, Wolves have been there for time, but
Bournemouth.
No, maybe actually.
Bournemouth for a while have been an up and down team anyway.
But Wolves. Like, I forgot Wolves were in the Premier now. It's like they're just there, but it's like
they just occupy space.
They just occupy space, and they don't really add players like that. And they've lost Nevers, so I don't know.
Remember, Wolves owners have a good business plan. Let's just stay here. You know what I mean? As long as we stay in the Premiership, we're good. We're getting the money.
We're getting the money, you know what I mean?
Let's just stay here, and if your players Portuguese,
Everything doesn't do that.
Everton have relied too much on their.
They've always been staying.
Yeah, but
Everton have relied too much on their past, and there's been no significant. What's it called again?
I don't know.
Not progression, but like
I think
they haven't spent
lost
enough.
the manager that was perfect for them.
Who?
The guy that came to Man United. What's his name?
Oh, nice.
It's okay. It's true. You can laugh. I laugh too. Man.
Listen, I'm not lying though. He's legit. He was perfect for Everton. He kept them stable.
He took them to the Champions League, you know.
Yeah, he kept them stable.
Yeah,
That was
I
back then,
still
though.
remember.
They had good players back then.
Back
Arteta was
then.
playing for them.
Exactly.
You know?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, exactly.
They had good players back then.
They had good players back
There's
then.
only
Now,
so much a good manager can do with rubbish players, man.
with no solid investment, it's just nah.
Yeah. All right. Thank you, guys.